Curious that with the extra weight and everything going in there, you obviously have a style that uses a lot of movement, a lot of kicks and stuff. Does that impact you at all, carrying that extra weight in the cage, your ability to, throw everything you're used to throwing?
Honestly, I think cutting the weight made it worse. If you watch my last fights, my movement slowed down because of the weight cuts, draining myself, trying to make weight. And, it was hard the last fight. That was a big decision, going up to this weight class, just the weight cut.
Yeah, and when you do look back at the last fight, obviously the way it ended, you kind of called it off at that. Were you happy that he made that choice for you? Obviously, he needs to look out for your best interest, but
yeah,
your party wants to keep fighting as well.
You know what? Me and Duke have been through so much, man. The highest highs, lowest lows. We've been to the after party with the belt, and we've been to the hospital with the loss. So I trust his opinions. As my coach, I have to trust that he's looking out for my best interest. After watching the fight, it didn't make sense to try fighting Tony without that power. The right hand was stopping him from coming, and then when I didn't have that right hand, I started catching them elbows, and it was a handicap fight. So you live and fight another day.
Yeah, and you mentioned Tony. It seems like he's going through a lot right now.
Yeah, man.
With any of that, and do you have any thoughts or any message you want to maybe share with him?
Man, just take your time, bro. He's an amazing fighter, obviously a great competitor, a guy that I fought and would love to see in the octagon and fight again. But this health comes first, man. So hopefully he gets better and takes care of his health.
You ever fought in Nashville before?
Never. I've never been in Nashville. This is my second time besides the press conference, but it's amazing here, man. Cool city.
What do you think? I think it's the fourth time I think UFC's kind of been in Nashville. What do you think of it as just a city, a potential location for more?
Yeah, man. After being here, I went to the hockey game, and the fans are crazy, bro. So if it's anything like that for UFC, I think it'd be amazing.
You mentioned Duke, and I've noticed in the gym that you guys have a respect for him that I haven't seen in a lot of other gyms. I'm curious where that comes from and why there's that camaraderie there that isn't in other gyms. Yeah,
I think his leadership. It's like a guy. A lot of the MMA coaches that I've been around, and it's rare to find one that competed at the highest level like Duke has, and obviously in his specialty, and then have a kickboxing coach tell you to take somebody down, tell you to grapple in. He's just a smart man. I think his drive to be a great coach, feeds into us as fighters. So you feel it. You feel his. He's studying film. He's out here. He'll be watching film all day. He'll be sending you videos. So you just thrive off of that. And I think everybody on our team feels it.
And obviously this is a different weight cut for you, so can you kind of explain the differences you've seen so far? I
just had breakfast and I couldn't finish it. That's how good this weight cut's going. So I'm still doing a cut. I didn't want to come in small because Wonderboy's a big guy. And I'm not fighting number 30 in the division. It's number 4 in the world at 170 pounds. So I gotta come prepared. So I'll be cutting about 6 pounds today, and then that's the easiest I've ever had. And I'm watered up and a lot of food, so it feels amazing to have energy to do this and feel good.
Did you put on any weight for this at all?
Yeah, man. So usually when I fight at 55, I have to stop lifting weights 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out just to make weight. And all them conditioning and strength trainings become runs. So I have to run 5 miles just to get the weight off. So I put on a lot of size. I think people are going to be surprised when they see how I look on the scale tomorrow.
You look at the top of this welterweight division, a lot of wrestlers, Tyron, Ben Askren, Usman obviously has the belt out. Obviously, you're focused on this fight, and it's a great stylistic matchup. But do you feel like you match up really well with those other guys too?
2 of them, 3 are my teammates.
Yeah,
so of course, I train with them. I would never fight Ben Askren. I saved myself the embarrassment. That dude's a fucking monster. I feel like while I'm training with men and while I'm training with Ty, when I'm 55, obviously they're stronger than me, they're bigger than me. But when I'm out of camp and I'm my natural weight, I feel amazing.
How good is Ben?
He's a monster, dude. Ben's one of them guys. When I was at 55, he was the one getting me ready for, Ben Henderson, all the guys. That run I went on, Ben was one of my main training partners. The type of guy that you can't never count him out. I spin back kicked him one time, right in the chin. And I could tell he was hurt. He double legs me, gets on top, and just starts grinding me out. So this is one of them tough, deep down guys. So he's really good.
And another one that I wanted to ask you, 2 guys who fought before, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, fighting for the interim belt. How do you see that fight going? Who do you think wins?
Dustin obviously has the the skill set at 155. He's fought the best of the best at 55. Holloway's coming up into competition. Me at 45 against Holloway is not me at 55 or me at my normal weight class. So I'm interested to see how he prepares. And I think Holloway is one of them guys that just bites down and goes. When he gets tough, he bites on that mouthpiece and he throws them hands, and that's where he gets a lot of his success. He's just a tough dude, and I fought both of them, and I felt both their pace, I felt both of their technique, and I think it's going to be a great fight. It's hard to call because they both have styles that just are going to clash in the cage.
What can fans expect from?
You know your lens is on, right?
No, it's good.
Oh, I'm like, you just missed the whole thing.
But yeah, so actually, so what can fans expect from this fight between you and Wonderboy? It's awesome styles between you two. What kind of fireworks can we expect to see?
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm coming to do. I'm coming to try knocking this guy out. I respect him, and I've been saying it in every interview. Like, I'm a fan of his style. I watched him, you know, my career and his career, and to see the traditional martial arts have that success in the octagon, I'm a fan. But I'm coming to try knocking this guy out. And I know he's going to do the same. So we respect each other, but we're here to we're trying to finish each other.
So when you win on Saturday, what's next? Because as you mentioned, two of the top guys in the division, training partners, teammates. Doesn't seem like you want to fight either of them. Where do you go from there?
Well, neither of them are champ, so there's a ways to get to that belt, you know. And my name and where I'm at, a great win. I think I'm right there in the line for this. So first I got to get through Wonderboy. You know, this is a big risk, like going up a weight class and fighting number 4 in the world. This isn't an easy task, but I just feel amazing, man. Like the training camp went so well. The weight right now feels good, and my energy is just like, I feel like I got ready for a fight and not for a weight cut, and that's what feels good.
Why go up and weigh? Why'd you kind of?
I fought everybody at 55. There's kind of like a log jam for that title shot too, so I'm not fighting backwards. Like I would never fight somebody behind me unless it's gonna make me advance in my ranking. They offered me some 55 guys. It wasn't interesting. I wasn't interested. I wasn't passionate about it. I saw Wonderboy didn't have an opponent, so I'm like, let me throw it out there and see what happens. And 2 weeks later, I got a contract.
What are your thoughts on a 65? It's obviously been a big talk about 165 division. It kind of feels like it might fit really well for you with what you've been saying, kind of about the weight cut and how you feel. Is that something you'd like to see?
I mean, I don't need it. Like I think I can go up 5 more pounds and fight at 70. Like it's not a big deal. And it just depends who I fight. You know, a 70 wrestler, I think, you know, is different than a 70 striker. You know, it's a different pace, a different level of training for that. So if they do a 65, yeah, of course, let's give those more options. You know, I think for me, I want to stay busy, and I don't want to take 2 months to make weight and then have like a couple weeks of actual technical training to get better as a fighter. Like all of my training camps have been weight cuts. You know, not a training camp. So it feels good to go out here and learn and my mind's sharp and not dehydrated and feeling like, oh, I can't wait till Friday. Friday comes, I eat like crazy and rehydrate, and then Saturday, you feel like crap. There's no way to like bounce back from that. So I think it's better than adding a 65 division, us as fighters, fighting in the right weight class.
You see like a Kevin Lee moving up now to fight soon. So it seems like there's a trend that's happening more and more. RDA, you're doing it now. Yeah. It seems like fighters are getting more conscious.
Well, you can either lose and feel good fighting, or you can, you know, you go out there and lose and be dehydrated and like, damn, I shouldn't have cut that much weight. So it's your choice is yours.
Yeah. Right.
Good? All right, guys.
Thank you.